Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 15th of April. Now if you are new, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know my videos pop up. Hit those like buttons guys, you know that helps me heaps. And please feel free to comment. We all chat to each other here on my channel. We've built a little community of like-minded people who are pretty much on the same wavelength rather. I bought some cards as well today. I bought my little affirmation set for a card to finish off, and I've also bought my soul expression cards. I know you guys sort of like a little bit of fun, so I bought my little soul expression cards. They're really fun, so I thought we'd do one of those at the end. All right, so stick around. Let's get started and we'll see what comes up. Oh, there's so much going on, isn't there? As usual, France is still all happening, guys. And it's a lot of the youth that are standing up. So this is brilliant. They're seeing through all the BS. Let's hope they can just keep going. Let's hope Macron addresses something soon. He's just avoiding, as we know. All right, let's get started, guys. God, I'm getting this visual of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, and they're like hatching a plan. They've got some plot, and they're plotting and scheming. Oh, we know they are, and we know who that'd be around. Trump does come to mind, but I am getting this plotting and scheming and the cover-ups. We know they're very good at doing this, and of course Biden will just go along with whatever Hunter kind of dishes out. But I am getting there's a lot of and I feel in the past there's been an enormous amount, which we all know here, of wheeling and dealing and with other countries and things. We all know that here. There's no secrets. Mightn't see it on mainstream media, but we all know what's been going on. But I feel like they're definitely covering the tracks. I'm getting the branch again covering the tracks. Say if you go for a bushwalk and you want to cover your tracks and never have your tracks seen, you cover them with a branch or something and you squiggle it along the ground and cover your tracks. Well, that's what I'm getting for Hunter and Joe Biden. But they're also planning other things. So they're not only covering their tracks, I think we all know that, but they're also, it's showing me them at this table hatching their new plans. Like leaning, you know when people lean over the table and they all discuss the plans moving forward. So I feel like Hunter might be quite involved in a lot of the plans, which is interesting, isn't it? I guess he's not in cognitive decline, so he feels he's capable of making some of the decisions. I don't know how that works. I didn't think your family was able to do that. Well, they're not supposed to, are they? But I do see Hunter involved in a bit of decision making. We've probably got Jill and everybody there making decisions, grandkids, everybody making decisions through America. The decisions are that rubbish that it's probably true. Oh, God, what is going on? The world is falling apart, isn't it? And people are just like, la, 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 getting on with it like nothing's happening. Not us, though. Not us. Just the sleepwalkers and people waking up. You can't tell me they're not seeing this crap. They are. They are, guys. It's that denial. They just, Anyway, let's keep going. I'm getting sushi. Sorry, I call Rishi Sunak sushi here, if anyone wants to know who I'm talking about. Sushi's up on his big pedestal now. We knew it was coming. He's come out. He's talked about his Bitcoin. He's making huge changes in the UK, all for the greater good of the people, of course. He'll tell you that. And I'm getting this visual of him now on his big pedestal. He thinks he's on this big pedestal now. He's got to take charge of the little people and peasants. He is talking down to people now. He feels like someone has to take charge and someone has to lead this country. That's what I'm getting for Sushi. He feels like it's up to him now. Well, in his voice, he thinks it's up to him to save the country from despair is the word I'm getting, which is actually the despair, interestingly, caused by your government, which is putting up the cost of living and destroying your lives. But no, they're going to save you now from despair. And I'm guessing this will be with their lovely government packages. Cheers, everyone. I've had to make myself a coffee because I couldn't get a takeaway one today. So I've made a little home brew. Yeah, so he feels he's letting the people and the peasants know in the UK, England, London, all surrounding areas, that he is getting all this under control, and you little people who have no input anyway, have nothing to worry about. Yep, nothing to worry about at all. Just let me, Sushi, be in charge of everything, and then you'll be much better off. So he's really put himself on a pedestal now. He thinks he's the one that has to take the charge of the country moving forward. We know what he's really taking charge of, his own agenda. But remember, a lot of people don't realise that. They're still piecing that together. So I said you're going to hear a lot more from him. You are. You're going to hear a lot from him now. He's going to be in your faces. He's going to be wheeling and dealing, pretending he's doing his... Well, he's kind of making his political stance. And I would say, not just with the little people, this is globally with the world too. He's letting the rest of the world know that UK is a force to be reckoned with. So don't muck around with us, because we know what we're doing. That's the image Sushi's trying to create to not only the people and peasants in his own country, but to the rest of the world. We have everything under control, and we're not in chaos and turmoil. And in his mind, he's thinking like France. We're not at that point. But it could get to that point. We'll have to wait and see. Watch this space, guys, because I do see a lot of strikes, protests. There's stuff going on over there. I know there is in the UK. Let us know down below, guys, if you're seeing anything, but I really believe there is. And it's not just the 15-minute cities, is it, guys? And what happens is, when you get little groups popping up across the UK, when you get little groups protesting, standing up, eventually they come together, don't they? And they make a big group. And that's what Sushi's trying to stop, the big group. So he's trying to quickly get control of everything again, and put everybody's mind at ease that he's in charge, and don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I've got this. I have got it, Sushi's saying. This is what he's trying to portray to the little people. All the while, rolling his little red carpet out and trying to implement it slowly, slowly across the country. Anyway, let's keep going. God, I'm getting that song, Diamonds and Pearls, but I'm getting diamonds, and I feel this is the connection to Papua New Guinea. I could be wrong. It's that country up above Australia that I said a lot of companies were starting to take over. Could even be Africa. Is there diamond mining in Africa? I don't know. But I am getting diamonds. See, I guess if you think about it, we talk a lot here about silver and gold, but diamonds are something that hold their value too, if you think about it. And it's pretty concrete. You think of a diamond, it does hold its value, really, doesn't it? It doesn't depreciate. So I think diamonds might be something, because they're scarce too. It's something that a lot of big companies are looking at. Oh, we know the kind of big companies. They're looking at the controlling these industries, the diamond mining and well, probably the gold mining. But these kind of industries, the big companies are kind of taking over from the little independent businesses. They're either buying them out, they're forcing them out. I'm just getting that around diamonds. There might be more diamond mines around. I'm not very clued in on all this. But I do feel like that's an area that's being really focused on, because it's a very strong, concrete, tangible, well, it's sort of same currency, but it holds its value, is what I'm getting. Ooh, and I'm getting that song by Purple Rain. Not Purple Rain, Prince, Diamonds and Pearls. Pearls is another industry, isn't it? I know we have a lot of pearl industries, I think, in Western Australia, here in Australia, but these sort of industries that have got a lot of value to them are being really focused on by these global takeover companies as well. They always got to get their little mitts into everything, haven't they, these big companies? We know they do. That's how they get their control. Look at them with the mainstream media, guys. That's certainly control. We know YouTube's very controlled. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm getting Canada. And I'm getting, I'm getting Trudeau because he always has to pop up when we mention the word Canada. And I'm getting the racism and divide. I feel like they're really working on the division over there of races. Now, you've obviously got a very multicultural, we all do, very multicultural society, but I'm getting this division. Things are causing division. Hang on a minute. Oh, they're giving me that song. They're giving me that song. I don't know why. Sweet Child of Mine. And it's the words of it is, where do we go now? Where do we go now? I. Is that Guns N' Roses? I think it is. I'm getting that song. Where do we go now? See, this is the people waking up. They've had enough. See, they're starting to see now this real forming of the division in society as well. I think you've got a lot of division going on over there. And we know they did it during the jab wheel. We know how good Trudeau was doing it. You had the small minority group of conspiracy theorists, and he still talks about them to this day, guys. I know you guys probably saw that video where he's wondering why people would want to be a conspiracy theorist. But in our eyes, it's telling the truth. So I am getting this divide, and people are very confused. I know a lot of people during that whole Ottawa thing, the whole event, and everything that's sort of gone on in Canada has made people want to really move away. And I understand that because I've felt like that here in Australia. But where do you go? There's nowhere to go because everywhere's pretty much as bad as each other. But now I'm getting that people are really seeing in Canada this racial divide that's starting to happen. See, I told you we've got the voice here happening in Australia, which is giving the Indigenous a lot more power, but it's actually giving, I think, the big companies an elbow, a lot more power. I don't think it's really about the Indigenous people. It's a bit of a land grab. But you might have these things going on in Canada as well. See, this could be part of the agenda. We don't know everything that's in this reset. So I am getting this racial divide in Canada. Canadian natives, I'm not sure exactly of your cultural background, but I am getting there's this racial, it's definitely racial divide. I mean, we know we've got all the LGBTQ, all this kind of crap going on, transgender, everything. That's always like hovering in the background, but this is different. This is different. This is more racial. You know, the blacks against whites, I don't know. I'm just getting more about culture. It's more about culture in Canada. Trudeau's pushing more division. Well, it could be coming. He might not have done it yet, but then knowing him, he would have. Because as we all know here, the more you separate people, the easier it is to control them. Look at the jab wheel. What happened with the jabbed and unjabbed? Oh, yeah, dobbing your mate. We know how it all goes. So I am getting this cultural divide. For some reason, I'm getting that really strong in Canada. I'm not sure what he's planning or what he's rolling out, but it feels like there's this... It's showing a wedge pushing between people and causing a cultural divide. Could even be with, do you guys have border issues with migrants? Could even be a bit about this playing one off against the other. And maybe it could even be that he's looking after the migrants while the little people don't have housing. Could be this kind of thing too, the injustice of, but sneakily, dividing by races, of course. So that's what I'm getting for Trudeau. He's working that at the moment. Like I said, separate and they'll rise against each other. He loves it. Oh, isn't he just a thing? It is like these dictating leaders are untouchable. I know a lot of you guys often type, well, how long will he be there? How long is this going to go on? But these things, remember, these are controlled agendas, and they've put these leaders, we know they have because we didn't all vote them in, they've put these leaders into these places to help bring and roll out their big agenda. we don't exactly know who the people are. Well, we sort of have a feeling Klaus could be involved, but there's probably people further back than that. We don't know. We don't know who's actually doing all this. And half the time, I know you guys are the same, we question what is real and what isn't real. Like, is this really happening? Like, is this our life? Like, how did we all get here? How come these people aren't seeing it? We have a lot of questions, don't we, guys? Sorry, I just do sometimes question, like, other people, and I know you guys have commented, it's like they're just getting on with their lives. So people who have been jabbed, maybe they're not. They're probably not feeling well because a lot of them keep getting sick with different things. But it's like they're traveling, they're having these wonderful lives on Facebook. I mean, we don't know, like, are we in some other reality that they're just not seeing at all? Because sometimes it feels that way, doesn't it? Anyway, I just go off on a tangent. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see where else we go. I'm getting Australia. I'm getting elbow. And I'm getting Australia's getting very complex now. It's been complex for a couple of years now. I told you we were guinea pigs in the whole jab wheel experiment and everything else. But I am feeling like everything here is getting very complex and complicated. I keep saying these sleepwalkers, people waking up in the bubble denial suits, taking them off, but they still can't work it out. They're still doing their, I keep talking about the Where's Wally puzzle. They're trying to do the interior of the Where's Wally puzzle, which is not easy because, as we all know, in the striped top Where's Wally with the blue jeans on, there's like a zillion Where's Wallies on this puzzle, but it's the Great Reset puzzle, trying to piece everything together. So that's what I'm getting for Australia. It's very hard, very, very hard, actually, for people to work all this out. And it's like I keep saying to you guys, they see, not us, because we see the whole picture, but they see everything as separate. And this is Australians as well. This is global too, I mean. They see everything separate. Oh, we've got energy problems. Yes, we do have climate change issues. Oh, gosh, just to let you know, guys, sun's shining today, blue sky. It's a goddamn miracle. I'll be outside all day. My son's playing football today, plays rugby, and he's playing in town, so I'm going to go and watch him play. He's 20 now. I can't believe it. He plays seniors. I used to go to all these little games. You know what it is like when you go to your kids' footy games and suddenly they grow up. So I'm going to be doing that because there's actual sunshine. So nice. But that's what I'm saying. There's like the weather. We've all been getting grey skies, blue skies, tornadoes. Look at Florida. Oh, my God. They are completely flooded now. It's their turn. It just goes around the globe, doesn't it? Extreme weather. But these people are seeing all these things as separate. Cost of living separate because of the recession. Not the recession. Because of the pandemic. Oh, yes, they had to spend so much money. See, this all makes logical sense to these people waking up that, oh, well, that would make sense. And but why is fuel? Oh, because Russia and Ukraine went to war, so all the fuel prices went up. And, oh, because of the flooding, we can't get fruit and veggies now. You know, they get told all this crap on mainstream media. We see through it. We know it's all just being fed bullshit, garbage and lies. But they actually see all those things as separate. And they still haven't, a lot of them, married it all together under the one heading at the top, the Great Reset agenda. Because they've never heard of the Reset agenda. They don't know anything about it. So that's why we've got to cut these people some slack. Because it's not going to come up in their YouTube feeds, is it? And their Facebook feeds and all that. It's not going to come up. Because the bloody people behind the scenes, the puppet masters and everyone, are working that hard at keeping that information from them. And we know how good they are. Look how they delete all your comments. No one's even reading those comments. It's only me pretty much and all of us that are reading those comments because I wouldn't even be put on anyone's YouTube feed except you guys who are interested in, you know, talking about the truth with me. So we know how controlled this all is. So we do have to cut them a little bit of slack that they still can't piece it together. Ugh. It's just, you just cannot believe how well controlled this is. Can you guys? I can't. Sometimes I go, how does all this, like even I saw a video pop up on YouTube the other day and it was about the Pfizer data, because we all know about the Pfizer data. The minute it hit the hit the YouTube, we were all onto it, weren't we? But then I kept saying, it's all getting squished down. Right down the algorithms. Gone. And there was a video yesterday, someone was saying, where's all the Pfizer data gone? Oh, long gone. And if you didn't see it in the first 5 minutes, gone. So they're going to have no chance of seeing it. And we know they're still advertising all the jabs on TV. So these people, they're not going to get it. The doctor's not going to hand them a note, because we know all the doctors have been silenced by APRA, CDC, all the rest. They're not going to hand them a note before they get their big booster jab and say, here, have a read of the terrible, terrible side effects. And, you know, there has been thousands of people really, you know, vaccine injured, but that's not important. We're not going to give you that piece of paper and show you that. They're never going to see it, guys. Oh, it's complete madness. So anyway, we've got to cut them some slack, because they're just not getting any of the information. They still are trying to do their puzzle. Sorry, guys, I keep reiterating it, but that's pretty much the truth. Even if they've got their bubble denial suits off and are still looking for the info, it's still so controlled. As we know. All right, let's see where else we go. I'm getting China, and they're showing me Xi at this huge desk with all his little plebs around him. And he's really planning, I always say China, I know I repeat myself a lot, but China wants to be at the top of the pyramid. They want to be the biggest power on the earth, on the globe. But they're really planning how they can control countries using resources. They're big. I think they're into solar panels and all. I'm not really sure. Is that Japan? I don't know. Anyway, one of the two. But China has good things to offer too. We know everything's pretty much made in China. Let's face the facts, guys. If you turn it over, it's pretty much 9 out of 10 things are made in China. Not always the best quality. Some things are, but some things are known to be a little cheap and mass-produced. But I'm getting that China's really looking at how they're going to control countries using their commodities and resources. I keep saying that. As much as they threaten with their military, I don't see war at all still. They would rather have the power by being able to control things using their commodities and resources, because that gives them better power, because they continue to keep the money flow. They can control countries. You know, if you do this and support us, then we will allow you to have this much of this product or resource. It's about control. So I'm seeing Xi Jinping at his big table, working out which countries he's got on board, who he hasn't. We know he's got Dictator Dan down here from down under in Australia, and Elbow. They've been visiting China quite a lot lately. We know they do. And we know Hunter Biden has some connections over there, doesn't he? So there's a lot of hidden connections that we're probably all not aware of. So I am getting that for China. That's how they gain their power, using the commodities and the resources. So they're really planning that. They want to get more. They want to get more countries on their side. And we know they've got Russia on their side. God. 2 superpowers coming together. That just cannot be good. All right. Let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting Egypt for some reason. And they're showing me the Great Pyramids. And I'm getting, there's something going on around Egypt. And I do feel... There's a lot of connection. There's a lot of mystery around Egypt and the pyramids, isn't there? There's always been a lot of talk about the alien connection, isn't it, through some of the hieroglyphics or the drawings on the walls. I'm just getting something's happening around Egypt, and it could be more UFO sightings. It could be like an energy shift in Egypt. I am just getting that... They're saying that Egypt's a real source of energy. Like they're showing me like light coming out of the pyramid, like light coming out of the pyramid. That's just what I'm getting. You know how I talked yesterday about us having that antenna going up, like the bumper car, dodging cars, hitting the wire frame at the top and sparking? Well, that's what I'm getting for these pyramids. There must be like a source of energy. I'm just getting there a source of energy, and there's a lot going on around them at the moment. If you hear anything, guys, let us know if there's any UFO activity or strange going ons in Egypt. But I am getting the pyramids, they're calling them the Great Pyramids. They're such a wonder, aren't they? I would love to visit the pyramids. Let us know if anyone's visited the pyramids. Let us know down below. If you felt that sort of spiritual vibe, or how you think they could have been made. I just can't see that a little man or a few little men drag them over logs and that. I just don't see it. There's no way. I just don't see how little men could have made such huge, huge structures. I don't get it. But apparently they've got very good energy. That's probably why they always say those spiritual, not spiritual, pyramids. You know how a lot of people like pyramids, like pyramid crystals, or put a pyramid near your bed for good, is it energy flow? I'm not really sure. I'm not really big on crystals and things, and I don't know much about the pyramid shape. I actually had a psychic reading the other day, guys, and it was actually pretty productive. I've got to say, this local woman came to town. She was from Canada, actually. Is it Vancouver Island she was from? And she was from where I live, but she was just over here visiting her family. So she did some readings at this local, like, Bohemian crystal shop. And my first card was me in a pyramid. Was me in a pyramid. And I think the representation, if I think of that card, just relating it back to the pyramid, guys, so you guys sort of get the gist of it, it was about your own strength and power. That's what it was. It was about staying in your own strength and power. That's why people sit in a pyramid. They you know, and do their yoga or whatever in a pyramid. Sometimes you see people in those little like teepee things. Well, maybe that's what the teepee represents too. Pyramid shape. The energy pointing up. It's the way of tuning into your higher senses and your higher mind. That would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? But it's about staying stable, because you think of a pyramid, it's so stable at the base, isn't it? It's staying stable in your power, strength, and probably your courage as well, I would say. So look out for little pyramids today. That could be our symbol for the day today. Maybe we all need to get a little pyramid crystal and put it near our beds. To maybe just more as a reminder to stay in our strength and power. It's interesting, isn't it? But I am getting the Egyptian pyramids today. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting some strange things today. I'm getting tigers are emerging. Tigers. You know, my daughter's got a real cat obsession. I know that she has. You know that she has. She's like obsessed with cats. And you know the really ironic thing is I've got cats, right? And she's allergic to them. She's like obsessed by cats, but she's allergic to them. If she goes near Lily, you know, my little cat Lily, she'll cough and sneeze, and she'll be up half the night because she just has a runny nose and all. Not severe, but enough that you go, don't go near the cat. But she's obsessed with cats. But I am getting this visual of tigers are emerging. Maybe once upon a time, tigers were extinct, were they? Oh, we get some strange things on here, don't we? But I am getting tigers are emerging, meaning literally we might start to see more tigers being born at zoos, on the news. But it's also I'm getting that song now. Of course, we've got to get a song. The Eye of the Tiger, from that Rocky movie. The Eye of the Tiger. Da, 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 da. And this is also about people emerging. So this could also be relating to the waking up process. We know there was a few cranky bears and things, and tigers can get a bit angry too, can't they? But I think the Eye of the Tiger means you're very strong. You're very respected out in the wilderness. That's the image I'm getting of the tiger. God, if I had my daughter here, she'd give you all the facts. She knows absolutely everything. She's like obsessed about all these creatures. But I'm getting that Eye of the Tiger. And I don't, well, it kind of is about us too, but it's more about the people waking up. They're emerging. More tigers. are emerging. Be careful, guys. Be careful. But I am getting that. It's that tiger energy, which could be the fight backs, the kickbacks, the striking, becoming stronger towards their governments, people waking up. So I'm getting that eye of the tiger. And I am getting that literally more tigers are being born. So maybe what was once kind of extinct is now growing. Maybe there's a turning point for tigers. Oh, that's a weird one today, isn't it, guys? Oh, my God. They are incredible creatures. We went to the zoo down the coast here last year, and the tigers were amazing to watch because of my daughter's obsession. But the tiger was just like marching around in its enclosure, and it was just incredible. They're so enormous. Their feet are huge. But I do feel like tigers are being, well, obviously they were once fairly extinct and now they're really growing in numbers again, the guides are saying. But they're also relating that to the people waking up. There's more of them emerging. So good. Oh, that's a weird analogy today. All right, let's see if there's something else to close with today. I'm getting England and I'm getting the transport systems. There's a lot of changing in your transport systems. So your subway systems and that are very, very complex over there. And that would not be easy to change and control. But I do feel like there's starting to be changes made. Sushi would be doing that. There's starting to be changes made. Hang on. Oh, I need some coffee. Sorry, guys. It's saying there's changes in like the ticketing systems. We know why, because it's this 15-minute city control. It's saying you can only go to this point, then you have to recheck in and go to that point, then recheck in and go to that point. It's going to be easy, but they're really wanting to know where people are getting on and off. There's this, it's interesting, isn't it? But I am getting a changing in their like ticket systems over there. We know where that's going, don't we? But I am getting these changes. Obviously, new machines, you would think they'd have the facial recognition machines going in. You could be starting to notice this. If anyone's over there and you've noticed this on your subways or any sort of changing in the systems, it could even be more, because you've got a lot of underground travel. But I do feel some of the new things that are being built might be above ground and they're going to be more streamlined, faster, obviously faster. Let us know if anything like that's happening over there, guys, in the UK or Wales, Louise. I do feel like there's changes happening now. They're starting to make changes. Yeah, it's just what I'm getting. It's slowly starting to emerge visibly. It's visibly starting to emerge now that changes are happening around the transport systems. I'm getting maybe less buses. Just getting that sort of thing. I hope you don't lose the double-decker buses. They're so characteristic of Britain and England and all that, aren't they? Oh, I hope they never get rid of those. 15-minute bus tour around your area. Oh, God. Oh, what's the world coming to, guys? Hang on, let me see if there's anything else. God, they're showing me hippo again in New Zealand. Oh, my God. And they're showing me, was it yesterday? I was talking about him being stuck in some sort of movie role, caught up trying to get the adoration of the little people and everything. And it's almost showing me like he really is. He's caught up with his own image. He's forgetting what he's even there to do. I'm sure of it. Because now it's even showing that he's sitting in his throne. We talked about him sitting in his throne. And people are like throwing flowers and roses at him, and all the flowers are falling at his feet because he's being so adored. This is kind of what he's got going on in his mind. He really wants people to really like him. It's very important to him, actually. Oh, this is crazy. He wants the respect of the people first. I keep getting it. That's just what I'm getting. Once those flowers get thrown at his feet and the adoration comes in, he feels like then he can start his journey forward on how to go about changing his country. That's just the image I'm getting. He's still sitting back as the flowers are being thrown at his feet by the peasants and the people, thanking him for all the wonderful things he's about to, well, if only they knew, hit him with. I'm not seeing anyone throwing any, though, at the moment. They're probably throwing him at his face, I would think. But this is in his mind. He thinks he can just go. He thinks he can enter all this softly, softly with the softly, softly approach, because he thinks Jacinda, she was too harsh and heavy-handed. And he knows that didn't work and the people didn't like it. So he's trying a different approach is what I'm getting for Hippo in New Zealand. Well, you should have a bit of entertainment over there for a few weeks, guys. He's trying a different approach. Same narrative, same agenda, just a different approach. A more caring approach. Dear, oh dear. All right. How about we do an affirmation card? And then we'll see if there's anything else to close. I'll firstly do my relax affirmation cards, guys. These are ones my son gave me. They're so beautiful. I just got to put the glasses on. You know, I can't see anything without them. Oh, I can't wait to get outside in the sunshine. It's so beautiful today here. Hope you guys are getting some sun. Starting to get your bulbs coming up, your beautiful daffodils and tulips. Getting all your spring veggies and grow all those potatoes and all those nice veggies. Yum. I miss my home veggies. I haven't got any at them. Oh, I've got a heap growing, but not my roast veggies. We love our roast veggies, don't we all? We love all our beetroots and carrots. And all right, let's get an affirmation card. Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys, it fell on me. Oh, calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. We've had that before. That's actually true, isn't it? Speaking of diamonds, it is a jewel of wisdom, having that calmness of mind. I'll do another one, guys, because we seem to get the same cards. Maybe that's because we're meant to get those messages for some reason. I just think the cards are a little bit of fun. I just try and mix it up for you guys so you don't have to listen to my singing all the time that way. Here we go. We get this one. And we've had this one too. The more relaxed you are, the better you are at everything. The better you are with your loved ones, the better you are with your enemies, the better you are at your job, and the better you are with yourself. Oh, and I'm seeing that like sitting in that pyramid. That's what it reminds me of. They're cute little cards, aren't they? Sometimes it just gives you a little bit of food for thought for the day. Now let's read. I'll just do one of these soul expression cards, guys. I really like these cards. They're very inspiring. I haven't had them out for years. They're really cute. They're really small. So I'll have a little quick shuffle, guys. Let's put some pyramid energy on them. Wish. Wish upon this card your deepest desires are possible. Oh, I know what a lot of us would be wishing. That everybody wakes up and stands up to the garbage, BS and lies. Okay, let's get a really good card today. That was just one that popped out, so I thought I'd better read it. But let's get a good card to keep us very inspired. Hang on. Whoa, gosh, they're going everywhere. Such a good shuffler. I haven't had, like I said, I haven't had these cards out for ages. Oh, I just dropped half the pack. We're thinning the pack down, guys. All right. Oh, nothing's popping out just yet. Put your energy on them, guys. Come on, send it through the phone. You've got to get one. Let's get one. Here it comes. It's going to pop out any second. Oh. It's coming. Oh, here, we'll take this one off the top. Source. You are divine, you are made of love, you are straight from source. Aww. And that's exactly right, isn't it? That reminds me of the Dodgem car with the antenna coming through and the energy coming through, which is our source, isn't it? Our source, our pyramid strength, our own energy. Just let me see if there's something else to close with today. I hope you like the cards. They're just a little bit of fun, aren't they? God, I'm getting that song to finish off today by R.E.M. I think it's R.E.M. Everybody Hurts. Everybody hurts sometime. And that means the changes we've all gone through. We've all gone through hurt. Look, any of you guys on my channel, we've all gone through some really painful times in our life. We've either gone through traumas, dark night of the soul. We've gone through our awakening process, which is extremely painful, like cracking open an egg. And the phoenix rising, you know, the caterpillar emerging into the butterfly, all these kind of things. So I am getting that song, Everybody Hurts. I think it's by R.E.M. I've got to listen to that today. And I'll see if I can get us something a bit upbeat to finish off. Hang on a minute. You know what the jukebox is like. It's got a lot of things. It's got the old archives, the new music. It's got everything. Hang on. Oh, God, they give me the most ridiculous song. It's that song, take or leave it. You ain't never leaving. You ain't never gonna be respectable. Bum, 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 bum. Remember that song, Respectable? Well, we have to be very respectable of these people waking up. We can't rush their journey. We've just got to respect the process. And again, that comes back to trust as well. But we've got to be very respectable. Is that the song? Respectable. Respectable. God, that's an old song, guys. Hang on a minute. Let me see if there's something else to close with. That's such an old song. Oh, I'm getting a really beautiful song. Actually, this is one of my favourite songs growing up. It's by, I think it's called Todd Rundgren. Todd Rundgren. Is it Rundgren? Can We Still Be Friends? Can we still be friends? We have learned from our... I don't even know the words, but I just love that song. And I'm going to leave you with that today. And that's really probably about the people we've lost, the people we've found. I think it's about everything. It's about probably a lot to do with our journey and how we've lost people along the way. We've lost family along the way, but then we've found new people as well. So it's just a little bit about, can we still be friends? You know, it's about going through some hard times and things, but you can still be friends despite whatever kind of happening in your life. So I'm going to leave you with that Todd Rundgren song today. Can We Still Be Friends? It's a beautiful song. I want you to go and listen to it, guys, and just enjoy the song for what it is. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. I'm going to go enjoy the sunshine. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. It's Saturday morning here, so I'm off to do some jobs, like I said, and go watch my boy play footy. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Hit the like buttons. Please comment, and I'll talk to you very soon. Look out for your pyramids and your tigers. Okay, bye, everyone.